This is topic C on page 116, sorting and filtering data in a query. Access queries can sort and filter results that are displayed, saving you the extra step of sorting the results manually. You can provide query criteria to specify which records should be included in a query result. You provide query criteria by writing a mathematical or logical expression that produces a result. You can include one or many criteria in a query. You use the like operator within a query to search for records that contain values based on a search pattern or wildcard. A wildcard represents a character or group of characters that will be allowed for pattern matching. You can use various wildcard characters in conjunction with query criteria. Wildcards enable you to match records based on patterns rather than requiring a literal character-by-character match. Include them where you would provide a value. They can be substituted for literal values as shown in the following table. An asterisk substitutes for any number of characters. It can appear only at the beginning or the end of the string. A question mark substitutes for any single alphabetic character, and it can appear anywhere in a string. Square brackets substitute for any single character from those that are provided within the brackets. The square brackets with the exclamation point in it substitutes for any character other than those provided within the brackets. Then you have your number sign or pound sign, hashtag, depends on your generation, which term you use. This substitutes for any single numeric character. It can appear anywhere in a string. And then you have your square brackets with your minus symbol. This substitutes for any single character from within the range that's provided in the brackets. So some examples that the book has on page 73. 117.
It has like. When you use your like operator, Access will automatically fix your syntax for you. It will capitalize it, and then it will put your operator in double quotation marks for you. So you don't have to worry about the syntax. You just have to know what all of the symbols stand for. So like, it has W and an asterisk. So if you refer to your previous table, an asterisk can substitute for any number of characters where that is placed. So this would return all values that start with the letter W. Some examples would be Wilson, woodworkers, wheelhouse. So you can see it doesn't matter how many characters come after the W, but that W has to start the string of characters. Then it has like, asterisk, X, asterisk. This is all values that contain the letter X. So it doesn't matter how many characters are before it, how many characters are after it, but that X has to be within the text somewhere. So this gives you examples such as the word oxygen, axe, and oxen. Then you have like, asterisk, X. This is all values that would end with the letter X, such as Unix and Linux. Then it has like, the letter V, and in square brackets it has 6, 8. So if you look at your table, square brackets indicates any single character from those that are provided within the brackets. So this could return V6 or V8. Then you have like V, and in square brackets you have exclamation point 6, 8. That exclamation point in the square brackets means it would substitute for any character other than those provided within the brackets. So you could do V12, V4, V5, V2, V1, V0, anything other than V6 or V8. Then you have like, and you have the letter S, question mark, N. So this is all values that start with S and end with N. And it has to be 3 characters in length because that question mark only substitutes for one single character. If you wanted more than one character, you would have to do S asterisk and then the letter N. So S question mark N would give you things like sin and both sons, S-O-N and S-U-N.
And then your last example, you have like the letter V and then your number sign. This is all values that start with V are 2 characters in length where the second character is a number. So this could be V0, V1, V2, V3, V4, V4, V5, V6, V7, V8, V9. Nothing more than that because it has to be 2 characters in length. All right. And again, we'll see an example when we go through the activity using a couple of those like operators. We also have comparison operators, and those of you that have been with me through Excel, you should be very familiar with these. But the table on the bottom of page 73 gives you your comparison operators. You have your equal sign.
That's
this
page
is where
117.
One value equals the other value. 2 equals 2. The less than symbol. Value 1 is less than value 2. 2 is less than 5. Less than or equal to. Value 1 is less than or equal to value 2. Greater than. And then you have greater than or equal to. And then on the top of page 74, you also have the is not equal to. This is where the operators are kind of facing each other. Between and, this means is within a range. And then is null means has no value. So I just want to show you a quick example of a like operator. If I was to, let's say, open, let me see, which ones do I have here? That's not going to work. That'll work actually. My query supplier company. This one I have the product code, department, supplier ID, company, and the contact phone. Now, let's say we only wanted the product codes displayed that, let's say, start with the letter D. I need to go into my design view for my query. And down in my product code field of my design grid, you can see we have different rows here. We have field, table, sort, we have the show row, criteria, and the or. This criteria is where we would use our comparison operators and our like operators. So if I wanted only product codes that start with the letter D, I want to start with my like operator. Now using those wildcards on the bottom of 72 and top of 73, I would need D, the letter D, that's what I want my product codes to start with. And then anything after that is fine. It doesn't matter how many characters come out after that. I just want them to start with D. So D, and then my asterisk. Because remember that asterisk substitutes for any number of characters. I press enter from here, and Access is going to fix my syntax for me. You can see it capitalizes the word like, and it puts that D asterisk both in double quotations for me. Okay, so it does fix it for me. And now I can go back up and run that query, and look at that. Only showing product codes that start with D. Because I plugged in that criteria. What about if I display query products in stock? What if I only want to see the products that the units in stock are greater than 40? I'm going to display this in design view. I have my two fields here, product code and units in stock. In my criteria row of units in stock, I would use my comparison operator. Greater than, equal to, 40. Go ahead and run that. Filters it down for me. Okay, so I can create many different queries with whatever criteria that I wanted to use here. Now, I can also do sorts in my design view as well. So here for my query product stock, I'm only displaying ones that have a stock greater than or equal to 40. But maybe I wanted to sort those in ascending order. So starting from 40 and then increasing as I go down. If I go back into design view, here I have a sort row. I can click in there and I get a drop down arrow, and I have the option of ascending, descending, or not sorted. So I would want to do ascending, run that query again, and now the product codes have been sorted in ascending order by units in stock. But remember, these are only showing ones that are greater than or equal to 40 in stock. All right, so you'll see a few more examples in the next activity coming up, which is activity 3.3. This is activity 3.5 on page 119.